I hope I didn't turn it off. Come on, you can do it. I promise. It's not gonna. There it goes. There goes my audio. Hooray! And here we are. In case you're just watching this VOD, we were just streaming on Twitch for the morning, so that way we could kind of pull all of my viewers who are on Twitch over here to YouTube to make sure that they know what I'm doing. This is just an all-day VOD of what happens at the shop, and if you're watching it on YouTube, then you can watch the whole VOD, or you can skim through to see if there's a video of something particular you're looking for that I might have already made a different video on. So that's kind of my normal starting of YouTube thing. This is just a gross, what's the word? A gross video. Not like gross bad, but like it's just everything. The bulk video. There we go. You can live rewind too. Yep. So if you missed something or you forgot what I said, you can just back it up a little bit. If your internet stutters and you missed what I said, you can just back it up a little bit instead of having to tell me to repeat it. Oh, I look familiar. Also, you guys are going to have to tell me what your Twitch names are if it's not the same. Studio. Sweet. We are backs. Oh, I know you're backs. My Mr. Glenn, hello. And you also have to let everybody else know what your Twitch name is. Look at that, we're off to a banging start. Off to a banging start. All right, I'm gonna go find out what else I can do, if I'm pulling this thing out or what. So give me just a minute. I know it's the first thing I should do when starting a stream is walk away from it, but I'm going to do that. It seems a little different, and that's what I was telling you guys, is that it seems like, is the quality a little better, just different, colors come through different or something? Damn it, I forgot to clock out for lunch. So I'll just clock out and clock back in real quick so I can mark when I ended, and we'll just change when I started. The bitrate actually is exactly the same for me. It's the same 3800 that I upload to Twitch on. So, look at that, even 7 likes already? What the hell? Hey, Jeffrey. Yeah, the server side bitrate's probably better. YouTube servers, you know, they're like Goliaths compared to Twitch servers. Yeah, I need to fix that. She's lost a ton of weight. They didn't even know who she was. such a nice day outside. Oh my God, it's beautiful. All right, let me pull this out, and I'm gonna get something else in, which we're not on lunch break anymore, so I can take that off. And we'll get in something else. Be right back. Oh. I mean, it took a very short time to get used to YouTube, too. And there, I just annoyed everybody on Discord for the last time today. Sent me a list on Discord about what? And where? You can DM me on Discord. Oh, you will just send me a list. Yeah, send me a list of shit I need to change. Because I don't often see it from your perspectives. I see it from what I see. So there's a lot of things that I just don't notice because I'm not on the front page of my own channel because I'm on the back end of my own channel. That makes sense? Let me pull out the Jeep. Forgot to write a sticker for it. But the point is here, you people that come in, hold on. I'm also 100% sure that Twitch and YouTube count viewers differently, very differently. I would be 100% sure that my viewer numbers on Twitch are pumped, so to speak, to look better than they do. That's just my thought. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Yep, on here if you start falling back, you can, what's the word? You can just scroll it forward. All right, so not that one. We need whatever this hell Mercedes is. What was the name on this again? Is it Broom? Something Broom. That. Where'd it go? There it is. Inspections. Customer believes that they possibly hit something on the road. Feels a vibration. Please check and advise. Rear suspension per customer. Oil change. Balance all tires. Customer requests the air pressure be set to 40. I don't want to do any more oil changes today, but when you ain't got anything to do. Oil change, balance, all tires, and check 40 PSI. And check for hit something on the road. It's because it's not a Jeep. It's a Mercedes-Benz badass, Ben Bunded to pop you in the face. Ooh. Ah. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, this can be close. Depends on how close on the other side. I'm pulling forward a little bit more. Thought I was far enough forward. But this is a Mercedes that has more in the back than it does in the front. Versus other Mercedes that have more in the front than in the back. There. Cool part is today we'll have a less than 6 hour video, so we'll be able to edit it if we want to. We can trim it up and then it'll go live with our modifications. That's the other nice thing. It's just the problem is I stream too long for that to typically be the thing. Proper hood ornament is super fancy. Where is the buttons? Or does this not require that anymore? Nope, there it is. There's that one. Oh, it's just one side now. Click. Yep. I just realized something. This doesn't have a hydraulic piston on it. V8 twin supercharged or twin turbocharged. There's the filter, there's the oil. Yep, maybe one day we'll spend all the time and break it up into six 6 hour chunks and be able to do it that way. Ugh. But hell yeah. We literally boosted ourselves 44 subs today. I don't want to work on a Mercedes. I don't like Mercedes. And now is definitely the membership you want to join if you want to help support the channel, help me make extra money, etc. Because I get more out of this than I do Twitch subs. But thank you all for being here. I appreciate it greatly. So I guess first thing we're gonna do is look under here, see if we can find anything damaged from whatever they ran over. Ooh, let me ask Eric something real quick. 1 second. Even though I already picked it up. Yo, Eric. Do Mercedes have a jack mode for their air suspension or anything? Okay, just pick them up. Cool, I already did that, so that's good to hear. No, they don't. I guess Mercedes are smart enough to realize that if you pick up all 4 tires or leaving the ground, something is going on. There is no reason to run the pump, especially when the car is off. Ugh. That hood being that high scares me. It's like a giant, what is oh shit, I could hit the lights with this. You know what, we'll probably pull it down a little bit. We'll let it sit at its first click. Right there, so we don't hit anything on the roof. I don't need to be that far under it right now, so it'll be fine. One of those big whales that eat things. There's a video on it kind of lately that's making its rounds on the internet where it shows you it's sitting there with its mouth open and seagulls are flying in and out of it, and yeah, I totally hit the ceiling. There we go. Yeah, we got plenty of clearance. All right. Awesome. I can understand that, so I'm glad you're here. So, let's see. Let me run down here and look to see what I can find first. I don't see any damage like here. Like this is all just your normal kind of general road debris that you're bouncing off the bottom of the car. Seems like they hit something with that. But going on down this way, nice. Another pilot. Sweet. There's another viewer that watches me on Twitch named Flies787. He flew out of Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, I believe. Yeah, they definitely hit something because this nailed the under tray, but little ding here in the resonator, but it's just a ding, and then another clunk here. And then what's the spare tire well, so we'll come down and show you all those. So whatever they ran over, it definitely went dinking around. Team Wisconsin. A lot of people watch me from Minnesota. My only assumption is because Minnesota has nothing to do. So we got that spot right there where something hit it lately, I would say, because you can tell that's like older, but this is like fresh. It's like fresh, shiny plastic. It hasn't, you know, gotten dirt in it yet. And then, as I said, we roll down this way. We got this chunk here that got nailed. Not in the good way. I didn't realize how fibrous this was. This is like a fiberglass material. It's just kind of scuff marks, for lack of a better term. And then, where was it? Right here. You can see a little ding. And then back here, you got something a little bit more than a ding, but it's that's it. So whatever it was just bounced around under it. It didn't do anything, didn't do any kind of like damage. Nothing serious. Like all that's whatever. Do you want me to, you really want me to replace all of these things because it got taken out on the road? Oh, sweet. Well, thank you for coming. Wakushina? I have no idea how to say that. I'm gonna call you Pilot. And that's all I see. But they said that customer believes possibly hit something on the road and feels a vibration. The vibration part, that one I don't know. Message retracted. Why? No chunks of hair or skin. It wasn't a zombie. That is true. That is true. So they want us to balance all the tires. I believe this is a Quattro. Yeah, it is. Or all-wheel drive. I wonder if they hit something with their tires. So we're going to balance all these. I guess we'll do that first. And then we'll worry about the oil change and stuff last. Waukesha. Oh, okay. Waka Waka. You say it walk or walk? How do you say walk? Now I can't say walk. I'm going to go for a walk. But I say it more like W-O-K, like a walk. Walk? Walk. Anyway. I think that they might not have noticed the vibration in the first place. One thing that I did notice when I started up the car is it feels like the engine's really vibrating. I'd say the engine mounts are, they're less than awesome. How's that? So, let's go ahead and lower this down, whip off these wheels. Yeah. We're gonna take them over to the balancer and get them balanced and see what happens. Maybe we'll find something that's really bad. But that might not be the vibration that they're talking about. It feels like, definitely an engine vibration. But there's a lot of times that people do dumb, well, not do dumb stuff, but something happens to you when you're driving down the road and then suddenly you start like hyper-focusing on everything. Same thing that happens when you pick up cars from the shop. Ever since you touched it, my daughter's been pregnant. Yeah, that kind of stuff. You just hadn't been paying attention until you done hit something. Yes, I do appreciate the thumbs ups or likes or whatever you would like to call them. Are these special keyed bolts or are these just 17s that look funny?
I think they're 17s that look funny.
You think they're 17s that look funny as well? Let's see.
I mean, I can't really see them using different lug nuts for one car.
I mean, that fits flawlessly. I hope that that's not like, it's not some sort of cover. I'm poke Eric real quick just to make sure. Eric's not there. Jason, you do a lot of Mercedes. These lug nuts got like, they're 17s, but they look like little flowers. They're just regular 17s.
Yeah.
It fits on it great. I just want to make sure I'm not going to rip off a lug cover or something. Like if that fits well.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just regular. They look funny. Well, look, this is what I'm talking about. See how they look? They got that extra little indentation right there on each side. I guess it's just for looks. We'll find out if I rip something off right now. I'm pretty sure I've seen these before. It's just I don't work on a lot of Mercedes. On purpose. I don't like to. Yeah, they work fine. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like they look like a different socket type. And so I just didn't want to use the wrong socket and ruin the lugs. But it seems like it's just for looks. So we'll just do these one at a time. All right, I don't like these lug nuts. So yes, I just want to build the best, badass, most awesome community on YouTube about automotive that has ever been had. Nope, I'm not missing. Thus the YouTube's, or yes, thus for the Twitch stream today. Them some fancy ass brakes. Woo! Waukesha. What happened?
Why it's blinking pretty fast.
Yep. Hope the socket any good.
It's a little burn up in there.
Take your pocket screwdriver and scrape it. Let me see the bulb.
That could pretty much be why though.
So,
Because it lights
pulled
up.
out the socket.
It doesn't actually blink when you turn signal.
Pulls out the socket. The bulb. You just unplug the socket and pull it out. Change the bulb.
I had to
Undo the headlight some. Well, I mean, but you don't change the bulb without pulling out the socket. Like the socket comes out first, and then you can see where it burned the connection on the bulb. So I'm just gonna scrape off the carbon stuff, and then put in a new bulb that's hopefully not going to smoke it. Little melty, and I gotta fix my shoe. I gotta figure out what, these socks are driving me nuts. I got a new pack of socks, and the same socks I wear all the time. These are like super new, and they're sliding down my foot and disappearing into the end of my shoe, and that's what irritates me. I hate bunched up socks at the end of my shoe. People that walk around like that are monsters. Absolute monsters. Did I check out the Ben's tire jack? Gross. That would be gross. Why would you put your sock in mud and then put it on your foot? That's not how you break in a sock. All right, let's bust all the rest of these off and just set them on the floor, and then we'll come back and get them one at a time, because I don't think we're gonna rotate them. If they're even rotatable, I do have to check for that. Man, I don't like round lug bolts, because if the heads are round and the bolts round, there's no good way to store them. They just roll off. These are 255/45 R18s on the back. Maybe clean off those hubs. That'll help a little bit too. So we'll just put it there. What'd I say, 255? 255/45, ZR18, 255/45. $255.45. 255/45, ZR18 on the front. So yeah, they're rotatable. Although they don't need to be rotated because the best ones are on the back. ZR, it's just I don't know, super fancy. I am not a tire connoisseur. Maybe I should learn that. I don't know what the Z stands for in the ZRs. just the highest speed rating. That's what I figured. It would be more with the speed rating because you find the ZRs on performance cars, big luxury cars, things like that. Like luxury cars like Mercedes-Benz S550s, you know. Not only is it supposed to be the lap of luxury, it's also supposed to go fast as hell. Because that's why it's running a 4.7 liter turbocharged engine. V8. They want to give you a couple ponies to play with. You didn't just get a couple ponies, you got an entire farm. All right. Over to the balance machine. Oh, you also retired, Waukesha? Because Fly's retired lately, too. I keep hearing of pilots retiring. Sorry, it's going to beep and stuff in a second, because I have the rig disconnected from the power source. Yoink. And now it'll stop beeping. Bring. Nice. Well, congratulations and happy birthday. I hope you're enjoying retirement. I know Flies is. Him like my dad. Like I hadn't been busier since I hadn't been more busy than since I retired. I thought retirement meant relaxation. But instead my day's filled with doing other stuff. Do you restart it?
3 times.
Well then, maybe it was the 4th time that'll do it.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for that. But she does have time for that. You heard that that lady that was the meme for you ain't got no time for that is she's become very successful. Apparently she's turned that around and done something good, I guess, good or different, whatever you want to say. Yeah. The rim might be slightly whopped, but it's not terrible. Let's find out. Are there any inner weights? There are not. Any outer weights? Yes. If we pull this off. Oh, there we go. Half and a 0.75. Oh, it's a half. How nice. We can just reuse the one that was there. Just squeeze it back a little bit so it bites again. Move the weights around. Like so. 0.75. So we need 3/4 of an ounce. 1, 2, 3. And we just need to wipe off the crap on the inside of the wheel, all the brake dust and crap. And then we can attach the sticker. The sticky weight. Right where all the other weights have been stuck. All you can really do there is just wipe them off as good as you can and hope it sticks. Come on, Alan. And then, hopefully what we'll get now is a nice zeros. Yeah, okay. All right. Why, thank you, Gypsy Jeeper. You are far too kind. Far too kind. Ooh, tilty. Okay, 3 of them stayed in there. 1, 2, 3. So what we're doing here is this is called lug-centric balancing. And what that does is it uses the lugs as the centering portion of the wheel instead of just the center cone. So you get a more accurate balance per where it is actually being held onto the car. Oh, I didn't put the center cap back in. Before I forget about it. There's that. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. Really? Never have a pet? I mean, like a garage dog? I want a garage cat. Meow. Help keep the rats away. The only problem is if people are allergic to cats and they come in here and they're like, why am I sneezing? We have a shop cat? See how well this balances out. That's got a lot of weight on the inside of it. That tire is a bit whopped. It's only out by ½ an ounce though. So, I don't know if you can see it, but you see that whop in the tire? It'd probably show it a little bit better right there. Whop. sneezing because you are weak. A puma would be appropriate. All right, strip off all the weights. What is this? These quarters, yeah. 4, 1, 2 ounces. So we expect something around 2 ounces. Squawk. Let's see, if it's 2.5, then these should be worky. These are half ounce, or I think these are half ounce. So if 2.5, we only need 2, 4.5. So 5 instead of a whole crap load of quarters. I've rescued several birds out of here. Because what typically happens is those dumb birds that are from the outside, especially on days like today where it's bright and sunny and we have all the doors open, they come flying in here and then they get stuck up in the roof rafters because they don't know how to fly out the door. Thusly why I call them dumb birds. And so you just either leave the door open long enough and hope that they make it out, or you come in the morning and you hopefully find them on the floor and that they haven't died and all they've done is just get really exhausted. And then you give them some water and take them outside and let them go. I've saved 3, what are those things? Little fast birds. They go, hummingbirds, yeah. We saved like 3 hummingbirds out of here. They'll come up in here, they'll get stuck, and then what's kind of funny is they'll be like flying up against the roof and then they'll get tired. They get really tired quick, and so they'll just like just fall to the ground slowly. And then I'll go by and grab them and we'll give them some sugar water and get them strong enough to kind of keep them in a box. Put the sugar water next to him. He'll sit there and, lick up the sugar water and give him about a half hour or so and take him outside and open the box and off he goes. Why the hell?
What are you doing with that? Can you help?
Can't help what?
Valve latch.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll do this and then you can do the oil change and I'll do all the valve lash stuff. Cause this car gotta go today, man. In fact, since you're sitting there, I mean, you can get the oil change part done while I'm balancing all these tires. That'll teach Jason to ask me things. Careful of the tires. And say you can lay the tires down if you want to make sure you can lower it further. Hooray, I like co-opting other people to do my work, especially when they're sitting around doing nothing. This is more fun. So when you're picking these up, this is the most dangerous part right here. Is when you're going back and forth while holding the tire up. Because that's when you're going to tweak something in your back. The last time I hurt my back working on cars, I pulled my psoas, which is a muscle that connects your spine to your hips and your legs. And I did it when I was doing tires like this. I was twisting with the tire, and it started spasming and seized up on me, and oh, it hurt like hell. So since then, I have learned how to stretch my psoas and keep it in good condition. So I highly recommend it. I would actually be willing to bet that a lot of people's back problems are just really tight psoas. But one of the best stretches for it is like this. Put one foot out, keep your other foot back, and then stretch the other way, and you feel it right there. You can just lean into it as much as you can. You can even do it on your knees. You don't have to be standing. So I'll do this. Like this one isn't nearly as tight. This one I can't even feel because it's pretty loose. Two. I would be remiss if I said you would absolutely should drink beer. The best way we described the Twitch stream on YouTube on Twitch was it's basically a bunch of guys hanging out and shooting the crap while we fix cars. Not gonna injure myself stretching. Come on, man. Give me more credit than that. So those are sticky weights that I'm putting on the inside, and on the outside I'm putting on these weights. These little hammer-on weights. This needs a quarter, so the quarters are by far the most dangerous for your fingers because typically they're small and thin, and your knuckles will be busted by them if you miss. And so you got to hold this. It's like trying to hit a nail that's really small, and you have no way to hold it other than your fingers. Hey, bud. How are you? Mama awake? What happened? Did it come loose? No? Mm-hmm. It is what the hell? Hope our machine didn't just break. Oh, there we go. That tire doesn't seem the most straight either. The rim looks okay. And now it's off by $1.25. What the hell? We got the inner side. Where does it want that $1.25? It wants this moved somewhere else. But obviously we can't use this weight again because it's a stick-on weight. I have no idea what it spins at. Looks like about 20 miles an hour. It still wants 2 ounces. Was it in the same spot? Because I'm going to be sus if it's in the same spot. It is in the same. No, it's not. Different spot. So. Oh, yeah. I wonder what we're doing tonight. Oh, hey bud, are they still cutting trees in the backyard? Because I woke up this morning and I went to leave for work, and I heard some beep, 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 and I looked out the front window and saw that there was a big bucket truck out there. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I went out there and they replied to me and said that they were here to trim the trees from the power lines. I was like, oh, cool. They were like, you have any dogs? I was like, yeah, but they're inside. And if the wife lets them outside, there's a white one and a yellow one, so they're not going to bite you, but they'll bark a lot, so just don't get too close. Don't threaten them. That one's good enough there. Didn't hit okay, it's just a little bit out, but not enough that it's worth adding more weights. So we'll move on to the next one. So this one had a little bit of an out of round tire, if you would say. Ah, you already drained it and plugged it? Yep. Nice. And this one has the newest tire out of all of them. How new? I'm gonna have to measure these depths and find out how new this one tire is. Oh, I still forgot. Put the cover or the wheel center cap back on. But yeah, we're not in a super bad hurry. Like, into getting this stuff done right this minute. We just got to get it done before the end of the day. It's only 2 o'clock. We got a few more hours. Any weights on this? Oh my, those are big weights. See how it balances. Center caps, yeah. It's still out. Where is it out? It's out exactly on the other side. Good Lord. Them's some weights, man. What are these? These like 1 ouncers? Some big freaking weights. $1.50 and 0. It lost weight. I try to go ahead and pre-make the weights to contour to the wheel, if you will. It gon' rain. It gon' rain. Who, Heretic? No. Well, yeah, from SC. Isn't he from Heretic? You're in Southern California? Or are you in more based regular California? We're supposed to be pretty light on the rain lately. This tire's nice and straight. Aw, come on. You were so good and then you done went and threw a quarter at me. Why'd you do that? Hmm? All right, so that's a new problem with that.
Here's another drain pan you can just add.
What are we giving away drain pans for? Okay. Ooh. My toe! That hurt. Because it fell directly on my big toe. Nuts. Sweet. Sweet. All right, that's all 4 tires. They've all been rebalanced. They all needed to be balanced some a little bit more than others. But the 2 fronts had some slight wop in them. The rears didn't, so if they could stop hitting potholes, that would be great. Jason, fast like lightning. A wop, is that an edgy word? I always thought wop meant like if something was out of round, it was whopped, like smacked, bent, out of round. It goes wop, 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 wop when you're going down the road. Is that a derogatory word that I've never heard of before? Like everybody around here uses that. That would be news to me. Oh, well, I'm Italian, so cough. I wonder how it became a term for like something that's out of round. That would be my question. I always thought it was because it meant this is the sound it makes. It's a lot of cans of oil because it's a lot of oil that goes in this damn car.
Yep.
How much does it take? 9 quarts? Jeez. They don't mess around. I gotta clean off this back hub. While Jason gets that done. Just wire brush. Y'all done? Nice. That's good. Feeler gauges. That's what those things are called. They're called feeler gauges. That's what I couldn't remember this morning.
Done?
I gotta put tires up. Why are you in such a hurry? All right then, well since the oil change is done, I'm done bouncing the tires. I'll come over there and help you. My gum was on the floor there. What about Twitch? No, I stopped streaming to Twitch. Oh, look how I caught it. #1 best catch ever. And then then I go and drop it. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, I lost every cool point I just had. And then I went negative. Specs. Tires are 150. 150. 150. OSHA big mad. OSHA can be big mad about all sorts of things that they don't like. Torque stick. What is that logo supposed to be? Oh, it's supposed to be elbow bumping. I see it now. Damn, Vernath. That's awesome. I cannot unsee butts touching, though. That's the truth. Big true. Oh, Lord. Ruined. All right. All right, all right, all right. All right. Let's find the valve lash. Sweet. So we think that it might involve that viewer numbers are only counted if somebody is actively watching versus muted maybe in the background or something. So if you just have it muted, we're mostly going to be worried about the intake valves. All right, Jason. Why you make such mess? Let me grab my stool. There's my stool. We're not gonna make another video about valve lash adjustment. We already got one. Yeah. Yeah. Because I brought it up. It took me about 5 seconds to find it on all data. If you go to all data and you look up valve adjustment or valve clearance, intake, 20 2.004 or 0.04 millimeters. So what do we got? 20 millimeters, or 8 thousandths. So intake, we want to make sure that the intake valve is not currently, being loaded or whatever. Like the cam's off the valve. Oh, oh my! That's why it can swivel. Yeah, just plug will be loose in the back. So we're gonna sit here, and so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, like, this one's loose, that one's loose, that one's loose. So we could check all these intakes,
Okay.
theoretically, because the camshaft isn't pushing on the rocker arm, the roller rocker, and so we want to see how tight it is. And so you should just be able to stick this in there, and it's a little tight, if anything. Like, they don't want to get past the bottom of it. I'd back these off just a shade, but is it holding open the cam? No, because like you can still move it. The actual, because that's a little bit tight, and
It's
so
tight, but not
too tight.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So what you would do is you'd take the next size down,
Right.
and you want to make sure, so it'd be 0.07. You want to make sure that this should slide in nice and easily. See how it goes through?
Yeah, and it's give or
And
take
it's just got a very
0.04.
little bit of drag on it. And so this is 0.18 millimeters, so this is 0.2, and the spec is 0.2
Give or take.
plus or minus 4. So if you can get this one in, then they're doing okay. So you can get this one, like this one's still a bit tight. That one might be too tight. Or it could just be that it's on the cam. So you just rotate it a little bit more. Yeah, now it's definitely on the cam. So we can watch it,
Yeah, let's see.
push it. And you wait till it comes back off. And so that'll be off. So then we can come here, and it's still like it's got too much tension on it. YouTube. We were on Twitch a little bit earlier. We tried it this morning, just to make sure that everybody knew I was coming to YouTube. Yeah, those are still really tight. I'd want to loosen those up, but
Oh,
is
there's
it
no
enough to
point.
hold open? No, I mean, it's no point at this point. But those are a bit tight. The thing that does concern me, though, you got marks on these head bolts, but
I
nothing
saw
on
that.
those.
I saw that.
Nothing on the center head bolts.
I think that's normal problem.
It might be what that shows. But do you understand? So, like, if you were to do the exhaust, I think you could just put it up the top dead center on cylinder 1, and that should shut everything. And so that means theoretically all the valves should be off, and then your spec would be 0.25. So it'd be a little bit bigger than this gauge. You would just look for 0.25 millimeters, and so you'd get that one, 0.25, and you would try to see if you could slip it into the exhausts.
Right.
Like this one's loose, so yeah, like that one fits. Yeah, it fits. Might be a little loose down there. So you know what? It's almost to the point with as beautifully as they built this engine, I might want to check the valve lash on the new engine before we put it in, make sure they're adjusted perfectly.
But you would say
This isn't
couple
this.
of these intakes is pretty tight.
Yeah, they're a little tight, but
But
it shouldn't cause the issues that we had. I can't see how a little tight would make it. Now, if they were like ridiculous, it could maybe hang the valve a little bit when it starts getting hot. But I don't know if I could see that, because we got the intakes to fit even the 0.16, which we didn't go that far.
Technically, they're in spec.
They might be just a shade tighter. Like maybe 0.14,
Yeah.
but it shouldn't equal
I mean,
what
you
the
can
hell
still
happened to
see-
this. I think you're gonna have to take off these covers. I don't think these covers came.
You still see kind of cool.
The coolant mess in there.
Yeah.
What does that say? Something star on the head gasket.
Little bit.
You know what is interesting? Where's your, oh, never mind. It's got like that spotting on there on the inside of the valves. Like on the valve stems.
What, you think that could be coolant?
It could be. I don't know. What
Yeah,
is
that
up with?
one's, that one's the worst right there.
Mm-hmm. It's like almost a little rust.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a shame. Just a damn shame. Did this come with plugs?
Did.
Okay.
So it is. That thing came good together.
No, it's got compression. Because it'll run. We never did like a compression test because it's just a pain. No, 25. Yeah, I'll get that anyway. Is that our Camry? Just gotta do oil change.
No, it's check it.
Ah,
Because there's not enough to do, so.
because there ain't crap else to do. I think it's an EJ25. It's a 2.5 liter flat four. Sorry, that's all me plugging and unplugging my rig. That's good. That's full. Oh, it went fine. Went fine. That's good. Although the big difference is, I mean, it's at between probably 50 and 100, which is, comparatively speaking to previous iterations of the stream back in the day, that would be kind of a depressingly few viewers. So that's why it's time for a change. All right, let me wash my hands. I was going to say rinse off my hands, but I'm not going to rinse them off and wash them. Hmm. Congrats to your wife getting her retirement, too. Long life of working, and now you get to sit back and relax for a while. Don't forget to hit that like button down there at the bottom of the screen. Helps out in every way possible. Get some more water. Getting a little parched. That's not an offensive word anymore, is it? Or at all? This thing is getting dumb. So is parched. Super duper offensive. I'll get a cow. I will get a cow for 27, please. Name it Molly? Why not Bessie? You know what I'm doing tomorrow? I'm doing the same thing, except we're going to do it before 9 a.m. That's what we're going to do. Because if I start streaming it on YouTube at 9, which is my normal time, like I'll do that. I'll just get here at like 8 and just turn on Twitch and just be like, you know, while I'm getting ready and doing all that other shit and be like, go to YouTube, go to YouTube, go to YouTube, go to YouTube. And then stop and go to be on YouTube by 9. It'd be like putting up a flashing sign that's like, this way, we've moved. Like when you put on a business sign. And I'm also going to do the things that Vernath said. Well, tonight should be a relaxing night. Maybe I'll actually get to load up a video game. I don't give a what Twitch likes. Yeah, I've got followers. I want to make sure that they know where I am. When you signed up on Twitch, you didn't say, oh, I'm only going to watch people on this platform. You said, I want to follow this guy because I like that person. I want to watch them. I'll just go on Twitch and be like, I hate everything. Everybody's awful. Bye. Jason's newer long username is, are you Vernath on the other? Speaking of which, I want to take you up on that offer about Venom. Got a trees to chop down. Chop the tree. Oh, in New World. Me too. Why, thank you, Glenn. Okay. Sorry if I confuse you with people. All right. So we got the oil change part done. I need to look up that car again to make sure we have gotten into everything. Hello, Polars. MC. MCO. Into his house. Oh yeah, we gotta sell the tires to 40. Passai. 40%. Oh, my knees all cracked at the same time. All of my knees. How many knees do you have? 2. I think. They cracked like 4 times. I guess they're listening to a previous president of ours that suggested that in order to save on gas, you should overinflate your tires, which isn't necessarily good advice. Because yes, that is true and that will happen, but it can also wear out the middle of your center tread of your tire, and if that's always what you do, you may have more tread wear on the center part or maybe even the inner part, depending on the type of car, than you're aware of. And so you might be running on balder tires than you think. So if you check your tires to make sure that they're in good condition, please check all of the tread, meaning, inside and out. But if you take it somewhere that's respectable to get service, they should do that. Right knee, left knee, weenie. That's 3. But that's why I go to the gym and do squats, is to try and make sure that my knees stay useful. Mostly to make sure that the muscles that help my knees stay useful. Because if you want anything to last, you overbuild it. Yep, we got to pedal merch. I got stream elements with that one. I need to make a link for YouTube to go to merch. Perfect. T-shirt's not $45. What are you, high? I mean, you are in California, so possibly. T-shirts are $16. Get your very own coffee mug. Nah, it's mostly I never really planned on like making merch my main income, if you will. It's just like, hey, if you want merch, I'd rather you be able to afford it and have some neat stuff with my logo on it versus me making a bunch of money off of it. I'll make a couple bucks. Where did my chapstick go? Ah, there it is. All right, so it did an oil change. Jason did that. Speaking of which, I wanted to measure the depth on these tires. Five 30 seconds. 7 30 seconds. 6 30 seconds. And 5 30 seconds. So we had cool. There's oh, these? Yeah, that's one of those things that we definitely need to really actually pedal, because especially here on YouTube, like, why not? Awesome. Oh, we'll go ahead and start it up. Make sure the oil is good after we check it. Yeah, I know the door is open. I have my leg sticking out of it. I promise I know. How do you even turn off the radio in here? Like, I don't see a volume knob. Oh, there it is. It's a scroll wheel. How strange. Hey, Devin. Bye, Devin. Devin's a jerk. He didn't say hi because he's got his earbuds. Oh, I got my earbuds in, so I can't hear the rest of the world. Oh. Good. Now I guess we go drive it and see how she feels. Yeah, he's lost some of that baby weight, if you will. He's lost that baby fat. Woo! You know, like that age where you go from like 18 to 20, where you kind of like, this starts to slim up, or slim up, if you will. You just kind of lose that boyish look to you, and you get more shriveled and old and grumpy. I like shriveled and old and grumpy. What are you in utter shock about, James? What's the depth of the new tire? Usually 8 30 seconds. Somewhere around there. 8 to 9. Depending on the car. Alright, well, I guess we'll load up our phone and go for a test drive. Find out what, if there's any vibrations that I'm not aware of in this car. Sorry, I'm talking to the wife. Interesting. The heck? It is a very nice car. What the hell? That's messed up. Oop, gotta change sticker. And then we're gonna have to reset the service light, I'm sure. 87707. And we'll load up the phone and go for a test drive. No, James, you'll likely die in a fiery crash when you're drifting somewhere. Don't worry about that. Or you could adopt some kids, and then maybe you'll have some retirement people. But I mean, you have tons of money, so you can just move somewhere south that's cheap with a low cost of living, and hopefully avoid all that. They caught it on camera too. That's even better. All right, nice and bright and sunny outside. Let me go ahead and back this car out. We got our camera set up so we can, well, kind of watch us. Boop. Yes, I know I'm not wearing a seatbelt, you jerk. We'll reset the service light when we get back. Park. 2, 1, go. Did we get a good connection? Yep. On to mobile stream version, where we can stream whilst driving. Sweet. Here we are. Drive. Forward, pony. Many, many ponies. So, I don't know where it's supposed to vibrate or shake, specifically. Oh, lots of traffic. That's no fun. Here. I'll let you guys kind of watch out the front. There are just no good holes. Like that one maybe, but I'm going uphill, so I don't really need to be hammering on it trying to get out of here. Okay, we got a nice big opening coming. On your mark. On your get set. On your go. Ba, 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 ba. Need to work well. I don't feel any vibrations at this point. Just the vibration of the engines, you know, like the buzz, like a buzz vibration in my feet. But that's just 100% the engine. Probably engine mounts could use to be a little more cushy, I guess. I mean, this car is what, a 2013, I think we said it was? So, if that's the age, then it could just be they're getting worn out. Bothers me is that this car's got push button shifters. So, like, press up on the stalk to go in reverse, down on the stalk to go in drive, push on the thing to go in neutral. Like if I accidentally bumped it up, will it try and put it in reverse while I'm going down the darn road? Or is it going to be like, no, we're not going to do that now. Because at least a shifter, you gotta, like, unlock it or press on the brake to get it to shift into a different gear. Something junkyard. Smooth vibration. It's upgrading. Wow. Hear that thing, lack of any exhaust. It's probably just straight off the headers, right down a straight pipe. What do you like, a city dog catcher? I don't know what's in front of me. but his little cup thing's open, dropping trash everywhere, so that's nice. Oh, he's got a little pipe sticking out of it. I definitely feel that engine vibration. Needs engine mounts. We're gonna get on here, do a little quick circle, go back on the other interstate. Ooh, look at that Mustang. Betcha this thing would smoke that Mustang. Holy crap. Mercedes-Benz V8, turbocharged, versus a Mustang naturally aspirated more than likely, or a V6 turbo. We gonna get in a race! I always think smooth as glass when you're cruising, if you're not on it. I feel like I'm riding on a cushion of air. That's the Mercedes-Benz style. I don't doubt that hovercrafts were more rough of a ride than this beautiful Mercedes-Benz. If you want top quality German engineering, you want Mercedes-Benz. If you want high quality, way better than those other crowds can make it, it's Mercedes-Benz. BMW, Audi, they don't hold a candle to Mercedes-Benz. Only the fanciest people drive Mercedes-Benz. If you are one of those poor schmoes that cannot afford a Mercedes-Benz, then, well, you just aren't worth talking to, my good man. But everybody should be allowed to own a Mercedes-Benz by being successful and being one of the club. Super Duty Ford! It's not regular duty, it's not heavy duty, it's super duty. He made a super duty. Okay, I'm done. Gotta get in front of this guy. Oh man, this thing's so smooth. Oh, God, I feel like I'm just on perfectly flat. I wish my Audi was this smooth. How much does this Mercedes-Benz cost you? Oh, $75,000, $80,000, $100,000, I don't know, something like that. How much your Audi cost you? $400. What? Yeah, it was $400. Why is it so cheap? Because I'm a cheap bastard. I bought it blown up and I had to fix it. It's got 200,000 miles on it. I got it. You could say the suspension is a bit worn out. Honda. That's a big old tractor trailer cab. That's like cross country. In front of the tow truck. This goes from 3 lanes to 1 lane really quick. So get off them lanes. And in fact, we are probably going to avoid the school and go around it through the neighborhood. Doesn't seem like it's too backed up. We can go through by the school. This is a really smooth ride. Granted, I would not want to have to try and take care of this thing for a long extended period of time once it starts getting into its golden years, aka old. It's going to start falling apart faster than a zombie walking through a hot summer day. Or maybe an Arctic winter. That's one of the things that always bug me about some zombie movies. Like, you want to avoid the zombies, go somewhere where it's frozen half the year, and they'll just freeze. Unless they generate their own heat. Then you got a different problem. But if they're just good old undead zombies, and they're not like lizards or something, and they got no blood pumping, just go somewhere cold and they'll eventually freeze solid. Whew, that's a wide load. Oh, it's another wide load. That's what she said. It's like 3 giant trucks in a row. And traffic's gonna suck now. Yay. Man, I am sleepy. I 100% think that humans need naps during the day. I am a vicious supporter of naps. Siestas, also known as. Where you get up, do some work, get things going, and you have some food, and you lay down and be like, a little cat nap. Then you wake up from that and you get on to getting on. Got more energy. You don't have that, like, feels like a heavy blanket on you. And you keep yawning. It's unnatural. And I don't even think it needs to be long, like 5 minutes. It's like just long enough to close your eyes and just kind of rest for a little bit. Well, that looked like a midlife crisis driving. Look like maybe a 50-year-old, 55-year-old lady. Her hair is doing like the Avril Lavigne poof in the front while it's pulled back kind of thing. And looked like it was dyed black. And she's driving an expensive Mustang. That looks just like a midlife crisis. Or a midwife crisis. Ah! Stop yawning. Oh, finally, it's room to stretch our legs. And back to a stop. At least we know for sure the brakes are working well and they don't vibrate. And here we are back to creepy crawling. Creeping and a crawling. Back into the shop. It's a comfy ride other than the hot sun blazing down on me. That rear backup camera is higher definition than my stream camera. Perfect. Park. And off. A splish splash and taking a bath. I try to never move the seat if I don't have to. Sometimes you just have to. You get in it, and it's a little old lady that's 5 foot tall, and I'm 6 foot tall, and she's got that, and so being a little old lady, she takes the extra mile to make sure that she's this far from the steering wheel, and she's this tall, then yeah, I have to move it. There have been several cars that I haven't even been able to sit down in the driver's seat unless I move the seat back. Like, I get my button and I'm like, oh, I can move. But if you don't move it, that can be more dangerous, especially if you're test driving it. Oh, you're using the scanner, I see. Well, fine. Ugh. Hey, on that Mercedes, you know of any service resets that you can do in the dash?
On the Mercedes?
Yeah,
Let's see.
because they got the scanner. Jason is our expert service light resetter. Number one. Number one.
Go! Hurry up!
What are you waiting for it to do?
It's supposed to go into like the service room.
Oh.
So, what? Service done? This shit looks weird, but...
It didn't claim any of them.
I want to check them all. Yeah. Or else the service light will still be on. I think that's it. That one looks a little different than usual.
Cool. So you held the right arrow and the OK button, or the phone,
Accept phone call and the OK button at the same time.
just after you turn the key on and then it gets you there?
Was there a message on?
No, there wasn't a service light on yet. So it won't make too much of a difference. Cool, thank you. I'm a splishing and a splashing. Yeah. Memory seats are good. I don't feel bad if I move it on a memory seated car. Like in this Mercedes, I wouldn't worry about it because they can program the seats in there and et cetera, et cetera. So I'll move it more freely, but most cars, I try to get it close. Oh, all right, well, that's that. Let's go on here and type up. And we'll do it on the main one. It's just easier. Balance all tires. Edit concern. I do feel what seems like an engine. Let me pull this car up front, go up and explain to them what in the world I've done, and be right back. If anything moves my seat or steering wheel, I have to call a priest over because nobody else works on your car. The only thing, every once in a while, I'll move the steering wheel up some or something like that because they'll be complaining about. They just managed to put the steering wheel right in the line of sight of reading everything on the dash. And I like to know what my steering wheel or my dash says and not have to read it through magic. So, that's that. You guys have... Today's been kind of I don't know, not my favorite day, but not the worst. It hasn't been that boring. It's just been crappy cars. Or crappy work, like oil changes and tire rotations, tire balancing. We're just running a little slow. Those are both our shop cars. Are we done? I mean, we're done with what we have. So now we sit around and BS until 4:30ish, 5. I guess I could get my van in and swap out some of those tires because we got some tires off of another Sienna that are in better shape than my tires, which wouldn't be the worst. Or I could go and pull in my Audi and see what that thing's doing that's making it kind of vibrate. The wife's had a rough morning. So the wife didn't go to bed till like probably 3 a.m., which is pretty typical. She stays up and works on her books. And so the tree cutting people came and banged on our door at 7:30 a.m. to ask if we had dogs out in the backyard because they were going to go in the backyard and trim all the trees away from the power lines. And so she was like, they didn't knock like, she said they came in there knocking like they were the police with a warrant. So needless to say, it gave her a small stroke, and she's been a bit anxiety-ridden all day and just stressed out from that. And so she says, I require cuddles and comfort. You are required by wife law to provide these cuddles. Oh, here's a thought, and here's a question for you guys. So, my wife got politely asked that she not tell any more scary stories before bedtime by the scouts because they were sitting around the campfire, and she'll just make up like scary stories to tell around the campfire for the kids, and usually she just tells them to our kids around our campfire, but my youngest son was asking her, tell us a story, because he loves her stories. And so she told him a story at the scouts, and then after that she was politely and kindly asked to not tell any more stories because the children need to sleep ever again. And so she was like, okay. So anyway, I had this idea. I was like, well, why don't we just record those stories out sitting in front of our fire? Like we got a campfire, a little fire pit in our backyard, and I can record her telling a story that's 10, 15 minutes, however long she tells it for, and put it up on YouTube under her, author name and stuff. I figured some people like to watch the crackling of a fire and listen to she's a really good storyteller, so listen to a little story. I think it'd be kind of nice. Something just like chill and vibing. so to speak. Yep, and maybe to give those kids that don't have the outdoors, or they live in a city, or they don't have, I don't know, parents who want to do that, they can get the experience of doing the outdoor campfires that they used to enjoy, or that we enjoyed. So what I suggested was, well, what we can do is I can just go out there and we can just film the campfire and just record like 10 minutes or something like that of it on a loop. And then I can loop it, and then she can come and just use my professional studio microphone and tell the story. And then we can just overlay that over top of the campfire. Oh, we need to do, you want us to film it while we're out there. I wonder how we could do that. Also, make sure you're up to live in case you're watching. So you can always either click the live, or you hit where it says live and it'll put you up to the most recent in case you've buffered back a little bit. So yes, I think it was politely uninvited from telling stories. I think her story was about the Burning Man, I think, or what it was, the man on fire or something like that. He was smoldering he was burning from inside out. Was the end of, like, the moral of the story, if you want to say it's a moral. And now at night, when you hear the crick and crack of things out in the woods, could be him out there, slowly burning to a crisp. Forever. So that was an idea for other things to help boost up the wife's stuff. And that's yet one more reason why I opted to go on here and be more on YouTube, because if there's a community that doesn't like any political talk, it's in authors and their author communities and publishing and stuff like that. So I want to be able to promote her stuff because it's really good. Do I think a catback system would gain most of that back? I doubt it. You just added a ton of weight to that truck. If you lifted it 3.5 inches, you've taken the axles and put them at more of an extreme angle, and you added giant tires. I assume they came with new rims, so you just changed the entire scope of how that truck operates. So, yeah, it's not that you lost 30 horsepower, it's that the 30 horsepower is getting absorbed by all the stuff in the rest of the truck. Noah's trying to break our air box. So what did they say to our Camry? No, like, do you have any, what, the insurance guy? Yeah. You total it out? I mean, that was the Camry that was in the wreck. I don't know if we can tell on this side. You can see where it popped the bumper cover out. The trunk over here is bowed up a little bit, but it took a smack to the back, which I still need to get that damn footage. So what was that? That was probably a week and a half ago now. I think I even put it in the title, like car accident, in front of the shop. I took that mobile camera out, we looked at it. Figures it was the women drivers. Just kidding, because it was totally a guy that's hit the crap out of them. Which is just terrible. Just terrible. Well, I don't really have any good content for today to make a video out of that I very much liked. Although I hope this one's doing well. Dung. Dung. Are you going to be vacuuming the car out? Okay. Why don't you just use the little vacuum then? Because you just wanted to make more noise? Yeah. Ah! Ah! Doug and Damaro's car and bids auctions? Interesting. It sounds like IPA's kind of stream. What can we use? What can we do to fill up this time? Loud. Now he's gonna go do the driver's side. Hopefully it's not quite as loud as it was. No, he's just vacuuming out our shop car. Well, I guess one thing we'll do is clean off our whiteboard. We already have all that videoed. And I don't want it to become a permanent resident of this whiteboard by not ever getting erased. Oh, I forgot to put all those numbers in the description. Crap. But tonight we were having campfire. Man, I almost feel bad for erasing such a good picture. There. Our whiteboard is clean. I don't know why, I just love writing on whiteboards. It makes me happy. It's my brown-eyed girl. Na, da, 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 da. I'm gonna go out there and grab them tires before they get jacked or full of water. Or buried too much more. Because I got two tires that are okay. They're not dead yet. It's the other two that are doing crappy. One of them's practically bald. Yeah. Any patches in here? That one could be a little better. This one's better. And that one's better. Ah! Standing Nance. So it looks like about these two. I just want to get the crayon. Save. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go hit the restroom real quick. 1 second. Well, I guess the moral of the story is, if you're gonna go for broke. Let me see if I can get my Audi in, because I need to change its oil. I need to check it over and find out what the hell is making that vibration. Might be the engine mount. Hold on a minute. Let's see what is up with my Audi this time, besides a bunch of leaves. Needs gas, is one thing she needs. Guess I can also turn off the airbag light finally. Oh no, I don't want to because it disables the airbag system, and since my airbag system is also a Claymore mine, I should get this thing down to the dealer now that I don't need to drive it every day. Maybe we could do that. That wouldn't be bad. Although it's unfortunately quite a hike to the dealer. So I'd want to change the oil before I did that. Make sure she's good. Shit. Hood strut's shot, but it's like $80 for a hood strut. You know what it's not $80 for? A pair of vice grips. It's cheaper for me to purchase a new pair of vice grips and leave them in the car than it is for me to get a new hood strut. Kind of sad when you think about it. Too loose. Awesome. I wonder how much oil she's got on her, because she eats up oil faster than a hungry cat or hungry long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Oh, right at min. But this is my 2006 Audi A3. She just got a new set of shoes on her, aka tires, because I was rolling around on a really bad tire. Like really bad. So it's like, well, I guess it's just time to get a new set of shoes for her. Boop. Thank you.
Thank you. Is the broom ready to go?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
She had already called it. Her husband's has to have somebody with him at all times. So she can only come get her car if she got somebody sitting in it.
Yep. No, really. I wonder if your noise is the turbo deciding it's about done. That's a lot of oil coming out of that turbo charge pipe. Always something to fix. Where's my gun? Who got my electric impact?
Mom has electric impact.
I wish she did, because that means she'd be alive. Hey. Jason, you got my electric impact? Noah, did you steal my electric impact? And then that's two people that would be back here to steal it. Where was Ben working?
Yeah.
He was here today.
Yeah, I don't think he was using it though.
Seen a 3/8 snap-on electric impact around here? 3/8 snap-on electric impact? Because mine's disappeared off my toolbox. But I haven't used it today, so I haven't really kept track of it. It's probably sitting somewhere obvious, like on my toolbox or something. Unless somebody put it in the drawer. Nope. 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 Nope.
What size is it?
It's my 3/8 one, the gun one. Because I got this, which is the electric, or the ratchet. I mean, I had it earlier today. Noah had it. He said Noah had it. They watched you take it.
Ain't no way.
Chat's throwing you under the bus, Noah.
No way.
Ain't no way.
How much you pay for?
How much? What? Is it sitting over there?
I think it's on
How
the
much
toolbox.
did you pay for?
Not enough.
It's not enough.
Nope. Am I standing next to it? Oh, there it is. Told you Ben had it.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Because that's also where my socket was. Jason, you got my 8mm socket? Jason, have you taken my 8 socket? Okay. I just thought I'd ask before I... Now I gotta look over here for that shit too.
They found a body or remains of a body.
That's my 7. Got all those. Damn it, Bobby. If you see a 3/8 8mm deep well, that's mine. God knows where it is. Motherfucker. And if you want to know why I was very happy when they sold the shop, that was your number one reason. Because Mike would disappear all the time, and there was one culprit. And it was my boss, jacking my shit. So what you think's wrong with my car, Noah? Think my turbo's going bad? Where do you think all that oil's coming from? Looks like it's coming out of the intercooler pipe. Right there. Nope, it's not. It's probably getting blown out my turbo seals.
Yeah.
And that's why she's eating oil.
Check your air filter?
I haven't lately. I don't know if I've checked the air filter since I got this car.
You got oil on the air filter.
I mean, the problem is this engine's pretty trashed at this point. She's been going for so long. Poor baby. She got a new cylinder head on her. Or new used. What'd you do with the oil bucket? Oh, because I'm gonna change my oil. Yep, that's what I figured. I'd let you pump it out so you can, so I can fill it back up for you. That's how I like to roll. Let's see how black my oil is. It's probably been about 5,000 miles since I changed it. It's running synthetic, so it's well under its amount of time, but I have to put a quart in it about every 500 miles. If I can make it that long.
It's not too black then.
We'll find out.
Oil in it.
I've probably put in 10 quarts of oil between the last oil change. Nah, it's still pretty black.
Yeah.
She still doesn't look very good. For 10 quarts of oil, yeah, it's pretty black.
But I mean, that's just about like literally every Audi and Volkswagen I've ever touched.
I don't know. I think it's
Only one
I think it's a little dark.
only one I've ever seen that the oil doesn't turn black on is one that just got a fresh oil change.
My Sienna. My Sienna, the one I did the transmission in, despite the fact the transmission blew its crap, it's been, I don't know, maybe 2,000 miles since I did oil change. It's still golden. It looks like you could probably pour it out and pour it in another car and they wouldn't notice.
Yeah. Some of them Toyotas and a couple of like Hondas and stuff are good about it, but
I think we done used up all the goodie out of the lubrication of that.
Hyundai's like they gunk shit up.
No, I think we got blow by, we got turbo bearings going bad. Because I noticed lately it started having more of a vibration at idle. And I wonder if it's the turbo bearings are like, you know what, I'm done. It's been 219,000 miles and I've been spinning at 40,000 RPMs that entire time.
Probably more than that, honestly.
I'm a little tired. So that means what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking to YouTube and chat and Twitch and everybody to help us fund a let's pull out this engine and rebuild it and make it better than it was. Let's send it off machine shop, bore it over, put in some sleeves.
What motor's in this one?
2-liter VPY timing belted turbo. We could APR tune it. I know that that's pretty popular, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put in stronger internals.
APR, ECS tuning. I don't know if Cobb makes anything for the Euros.
Why is the oil dark for the plebs? It's getting a lot of, so when the piston's going up and down and stuff, and the turbo spins really fast. One, that makes it cooks the oil pretty hot. That's why it's got to have such a flow of oil through the turbo, so that cooks it pretty well. A lot of oil there's a lot of blow by past the combustion chambers. The piston coming up, the rings and stuff they get most of the compression in there, but some does get by, and the carbon gets into the oil and contaminates it and turns it black. And
Carbon, oil, carbon.
Yep. I don't know, you think it's about time to change my oil, Ken? Even though it's been about 5,000 miles on synthetic, that gets about 10 quarts.
Carbon oil.
Carbon oil. What kind of oil do we need to get rid of from up front?
I don't know.
That we need to, that I can put in here to help you get the stuff off of your shelves at a discounted price of, not extremely expensive.
You already pay cost for everything as it
Well,
is.
good.
I can't discount it any more than what I paid for.
Well, that's good. That's good. Wasn't it like the AMSOIL or something, or is that what you're getting?
No, Amsoil is what I had for the Euro cars.
I think I want to try some different oil this time, though.
You
'Cause-
use that in your bike?
So it's just the fact that it's exposed to the combustion gases and stuff like that. I think I might try the I think I want to try something with a little bit different
Well, we got
specifications.
Meets all the specs on BMWs and the Volvos. And Amsoil does all of it.
Can't wait to find out how good my oil filter looks. So I can't wait to find out how good my oil filter looks. And also cut it open and see if it's sparkly. Oh, let me go up front and grab a new oil filter. 1 second. you know.
I just figured out to do it. So.
Figuring you're doing it, so might as well. Man, I don't know what we're going to do with all this clean space.
What's all 3D?
We might have to put together ourselves a 3D printer.
Yeah, stare at it.
Well, yeah, we could stand around and stare at it too. That's an option.
Yeah. You always gotta look at it.
Oy. I'm trying to determine if I want to put the Liquimoly in, which is about $10 a quart or a liter, and this takes like 4.2 liters, or if I want to just go with the Valvoline 540, which is what I've been running thus far, and that's about $6 a quart. So for 4 quarts, 4.5. Which is significantly cheaper as opposed to $40. You can sweep up all these things. Most of them are trash at this point. Yeah, the ones that look like they've obviously been used up. Oh, I don't know why I put that back. I gotta get my filter. Silly goose. I'll let Noah sweep there real quick before I get back under there. They have you doing this at CarMax too? Nope. You just know how to sweep?
Depends on like if the bases are dirty, you can clean up after. You didn't make a mess, you really didn't.
Look at that, chat's even being nice. Flat billers doing God's work. It's true, nobody likes to sweep.
I don't mind it. I like seeing a clean space.
I also like a clean space. Doesn't mean I'll do much to make it that way, but I like it.
Yeah, we probably came from detailing for a couple of years, but I mean after that, I'm like, damn, it's not clean. It's like, fuck. So disappointing.
Well, he made it into a pool broom, and it worked out. Oh, the only problem is this car is kind of rusty. This came from a Norton car. I sweep. I just sweep when I'm not on stream. He likes to clean space, but he doesn't like to sweep. Yeah, because everybody loves watching me sweep. I forgot. #1 content on YouTube and Twitch. Watching a dude sweep. I will screw you. And not in the good way, but in the best way. The kitchen is behind this. And then the bathroom is the other side of this wall. The kitchen and bathroom are over there. If you're new or anything like that, please feel free to drop a like or anything of that nature. Oh, I'm actually going to be late tomorrow. A little late tomorrow, so I won't be doing the stupid early Twitch streaming once I get here. because my middle son has an ENT follow-up appointment, so. The beach. But life's a beach. Man, I'm jelly. I want to live near the ocean. It's just too darn expensive. Expensive. Ooh. Might have to change you more often than 5,000 miles. Damn. He's pretty thick. I guess we'll just go with the Valvoline. Well, I mean, I'm on all day, so like, just because you don't catch me early doesn't mean that you're not going to catch me. Yeah, I heard that. Everybody's talking about that just now around here. That's something we can talk about. It's not controversial as far as I know. No, we get them from Cintas. They take them once a week. They wash them and then they send them back. What's going on with that? Where did they find these remains? Does it seem like it might be the boyfriend or something? Oh, it's in a half hour. So it's like they might have been murdered by it's a pair of people. I guess we'll find out, eh? Well, I don't know where they found the first one. I thought they found her out in like the west or something in the desert. But maybe I was just mistaking the background. Yeah, I heard about that. The parents are acting like super sus and stuff. Like they're not talking, they don't want to. Maybe they're just playing it smart, you know? I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to get involved. Or the parents murdered them. Dun dun dun! They were being controlled by aliens. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. All right, we'll let that filter drain overnight, and maybe we'll get to see something tomorrow. Dun dun dun. But for some reason, my wife really likes this stupid little car. She thinks it's cute. And I guess it's better than the Beetle. But she's a bit rough. I guess probably what I'd want to do at some point is maybe we should just see if we can get a used motor that's not super expensive. Maybe that'll be the one we can rebuild. Traveling man stand. Traveling man stand. That, and we got some problems like these, where my wheel well rusted and broke its connections there, and then the bottom chunks broke off. But it's not deep rust. I just need a new quarter panels that are not rusty. Poor Doge the bounty hunter. Yep, I hear Dog was on the case, unless he's the one that found him. Dun dun dun. Dog was responsible. Dun dun dun. It was a giant conspiracy to get him back into the limelight. Dun dun dun. The dog always gets his man. You know they're not going to credit him if he found them. You know what? I just want to thank you guys today. We went up 40 subscribers today. That's crazy sauce. That's crazy sauce. Hey Noah, you got any idea what you do any body work or know of how to do any body work? With like this shit? Besides, you know, obviously pull off the whole quarter panel, sand it, I guess maybe add some sheet metal somewhere up in there and weld it down, you know, sand it out and cut it to fit.
I've never really done too much body work.
That's fine. I just thought I'd ask. Maybe you did. But that, and there's some... Yeah, me too.
It's pretty... I feel like it's something you gotta learn from somebody who knows.
Yeah.
It's something to not really figure out, I feel like. I mean, you can, but...
Check out the other side.
Other side works?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It rusted off and it's just floppy. So sometimes when you're going down the road, you gotta be mindful that you can hear that.
Other than, I guess, these older panels that are like Bondo or something.
The parents were the... Oh, okay. And Dog the bounty hunter. First on the scene, McQueen. Next stop, 10,000 subs. I see it in our future. It's easy. Not easy, but we'll get there. I feel like I should make a video kind of explaining everything that's going on, just so that way people are aware. 5:30 or 5:40? 5:30 or 5:40? We'll go 5:40. It's been what I've been using thus far. Hold on. Glug, 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 glug. I think we got some headlight cleaning kits, polish kits and stuff, which I could do that. They're certainly not worth replacing, because I don't know how long the car is going to last, considering I just put a set of new tires on there. But the tires are $400. So not the cheapest ones, but not the best either. But I could use a buffer and clean them off, shine them up, polish them up, clear coat them. Hopefully help a little bit. No, it's not, especially for decent tires. Man, she ain't gonna know what to do with fucking new oil in her. Whoops. I swore. I mean, the cheapest ones we could find were like $60 a tire. But it's like, I don't want to go that cheap because I know I'm going to drive it. Trick is I need to go home, clean up my carport, so that way I can fit both cars in the carport. Because right now, because we were down to one car for so long, the carport kind of got trashed, and so it's got a bunch of crap on it, that I can't get both cars up there anymore. So that's what I'm planning to do this weekend, is get that done. So then I can park the van at home and then bring the Audi home, so that way I can take whichever car I want to use at the time, instead of having to come here and swap out. So this is like 4.2 quarts, I think? Or is it 4.8? I don't know why I threw that one in there. I put the rest of them in the box. Nothing's wrong with the van. Van seems to be doing just fine. It's not as good on gas. That's the major thing. This gets like 22 to 25 miles a gallon. My van only gets like 16. And in today's gas prices, I want to drive the thing that gets the absolute best gas mileage. Granted, this takes premium. My van takes not premium. It takes regular 87, so which is actually cheaper. 4.8 quarts. It's a little bit more expensive. It was like $305 for regular. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Granted, when I got this engine, she was pretty worn out just on her own. Awesome. Now let's see if anything explodes when I start her. She's like, oh my God, I'm so happy. New oil. Fresh new oil. Oh. Yep. Cool.
Later.
Later. Have fun at the wedding.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. I guess I could top up my coolant slightly. Don't really need to, but just a touch. She could use just a touch. It's not really leaking. It's just like you know, a splash. Like less than what's in this jug. This would just be too much probably. Beautiful. Awesome. Well, that's that. Oil's changed. That's what I wanted to do. Jason won't be back till Monday. He's got next 2 days off to. His sister's getting married. I put the oil cap back on. Did I not? Don't troll me like that. No, it's on. If it was you, Rad, I would have said, no, I put it on. Go to hell. I guess I found my next troll, eh? Hmm? Oh my God. Why is there sweet tea in my car? And my wife wonders why we have ants in the car. You want ants? This is how you get ants. Oh my God. Yeah, it just doesn't have a top of it that says like oil. Hopefully this oil change made her happy. Her being the car. Excuse me. All right, pull it out real quick. Go. One second. Awesome. And there's that. Well, we are literally out of things to do now. Other than change the 2 tires on the back of my van, which I'm not going to do right now because it's 4:30. And I'd rather do that tomorrow when we have nothing to do. Ruh-roh. So, thank you guys for the thumbs ups. I appreciate it. But time to scoot on. How much HP does the turbo throw? I don't know, but that engine does like 230 horsepower. I need to rebuild the whole damn thing. Take it out, tear it apart, put in new seals. Probably new pistons. Maybe machine a new, or get a new crank, like a forged crank, or I don't know what the hell it is. A good crank. And get new connecting rods and new pistons, new rings. Bore it. Smooth it out. And then put on a bigger turbo, add a blow-off valve, put on a nice warm air intake. You know, the works. I'd lower it, but it's pretty damn low as it is. Got any lower, all it's going to do is get stuck on speed bumps. I actually would get stuck on my driveway because at the moment when I load all the kids in the car, or just 2 kids, my wife and me, 4 of us in the car, backing out of my driveway. So it's not bad for what it is, especially for how much I paid for it, which was, well, $400. So that's not terrible. Really? That's interesting. So, anyway, we're going to scoot. We're going to get on getting on. We'll probably get out of here early because, well, everybody's standing around. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be... I'll be a little late because, like I said, my son's got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so 9:30ish probably. All I had to do was, it shouldn't take long at the doctor. It's just a matter of driving him back home and dropping him off and then coming here. So probably 9:30. It shouldn't really affect it too much. So be here bright and early. And if for some reason it's going to take longer, I'll update you on Discord the normal way. But thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Have a fantastic rest of y'all day. Bye-bye now.